I don't think it's news to anyone that Southwest Florida was hit by a major Category 4 hurricane. But in case you didn't know, there's already some wonderful lessons we can learn from this disaster. Those of us in the Tampa Bay area prepped and worried and prepped and worried. The storm was headed right our way. But unfortunately, our luck became Southwest Florida's misery. But they've been great sharing with us some of the things that they could have done better. For those of you that don't know, Van Dyke Mortgage happens to have a branch office in Fort Myers, and branch manager Tim Hart was one of those that rode out the storm and actually posted some things that I thought were great information to share. One of the things he posted was right after the storm, once he finally had the chance to get on the internet, he posted to Facebook, "What's the one thing you messed up on hurricane prep?" And he said, "Let me start the conversation by saying, I messed up. I didn't have my AM, FM weather radio. I was in the dark and had no idea how long the storm was going to last. Realized much later that we were in the eye of the storm, having much more bad weather to come, and I had no idea." That post was actually the one most commented on and the one most people said they forgot. Was either they forgot their radio or didn't have the right batteries, enough batteries, or one person even said they wished they would have had a crank radio, just so they could have known how long they were going to be in this misery. A lot of people posted that they didn't take it seriously. And that's something I have to say, us Floridians have a bad habit of doing. We see that a hurricane's coming. Oh, it's going to go the other direction. I'm not going to worry. It's not going to hit me. Guess what? You have to be prepared. It can turn in a minute and come your direction. So we always need to be prepared in hurricane season. The other thing someone posted is they didn't have enough ratchet straps. And I have to say, that's something I never even thought of. But the ratchet straps were a big help when something comes loose. You can at least strap it down so that there's not more damage caused from that loose item. Again, great tip. Somebody else posted, not enough gas and not enough water. In addition to that post, they shared with us some of the things that they could have done better. One was there is actually a tank that you can buy, a portable tank that you can have extra gas in that has like a little spout that you can pour it into, and it's on wheels. Wow, that's a great extra piece to have for hurricane season. Someone posted that they were amazed how much gas a generator takes, so this would allow you to have extra gas on hand and easily cart it around when you needed it. The other thing was water, and they posted that, did you know that you can actually buy a water bladder that you can fill up with water and keep in your bathtub? Again, it has a little spout on it so you can get the water out when you need to, collapses, very foldable, so then it's all packed away nice when you don't need it. Couple of great tips. I'll share with you some of the things I do in hurricane season. Starting in June, I get an extra case of water every time I go to the store so that I've got extra water stocked up, and that way I'm not one of those people rushing last minute to try to buy 2, 3, 4 cases of water. The other thing I do is I try to make sure my gas tank is never below a half a tank. So again, I'm not in lines waiting and not able to fill up my car. So those are a couple of tips that I have for the hurricane season. Some other things that somebody posted was a TV antenna, so that after the storm, you can get reception to find out who's coming to help, what the recovery efforts look like, and have good information as far as the TV goes. Another person posted flashlights. Somebody said they didn't have enough. Another person said, well, I had flashlights, but I needed a big room illuminating flashlight. And then, of course, candles, plenty of candles so that you do have that light, because no electricity and who knows how long it's going to take to recover. Non-refrigerated food. That was another thing that was brought up. It's great to have the refrigerated food. You can keep it for a while, but after a while, that's not going to work anymore. And you need other sources to be able to come up with food, other items there. So non-refrigerated food was a great item to have. And then, of course, if you've got the non-refrigerated food, it'd be great to have a way to cook it. So your camping cooking tools, those were some of the things somebody posted. One guy said, I had the little plate, but I didn't have any propane, or I didn't have enough propane. Another guy posted, I bought an extra propane tank just for this kind of situation. So those were a couple of tips that I thought were really good. Somebody else mentioned, how about your pets? Don't forget, your pets can't go out. So get a kiddie pool and put sod in it for your animals to be able to go when they can't go out. Great tip. Great tip. Another guy posted that he didn't have the right plug for his generator. Oh, how frustrating is that? Here you got the generator right there. You got the extra gas, but you don't have the right plug. So something to remember. An inverter, another little tip to have. Kimberly Lang, one of the loan officers there in Fort Myers, posted that after the storm, she was looking around, and one of the things she happened to notice was that those people with newer roofs fared much better than those people with older roofs. So don't wait to get your roof redone. Better to have it done as soon as possible. So those were just some of the tips that was shared by the people in Southwest Florida. I will share one other tip real quick that one of the local people mentioned to me. She actually evacuated, but said she didn't take enough medication with her. One of the tips she recommended is when you're evacuating, maybe you want to have your prescription sent to a pharmacy where you're evacuating to. So I thought that was another great tip that somebody shared. So those are a couple of tips of the immediate things, but I want to also follow up with some lessons learned from the insurance company side. So next week, I'll be interviewing some insurance agents on some tips that we have for you on insurance so that we can have everyone prepared. Thank you so much to Southwest Florida for sharing this information. So glad and grateful that you guys are all safe and that you made it through everything. And thank you again for allowing us to learn from your mistakes. As of the original filming of this episode, those people that were impacted by Hurricane Ian had just completed rescue efforts and just now really entering the recovery section of their lives. So please continue to donate to the recovery. If you can donate your finances, that's great. And you needed to know where to donate, please reach out to us. We have some great operations, great volunteer efforts that are being done in those specific communities. If you can't donate money, please donate your time to help in any way possible. Get the word out, help serve food, help deliver supplies, things of that nature. And of course, the one thing we can all do is to continue to keep them all in our thoughts and prayers. Thank you so much for all that you do, and we'll see you soon.